Damn, my car's dead. Yep. Alright guys, I'll explain to you what happened later on. But for sure I need a new battery. Maybe you guys will run into the same issue that I did. But yeah, she's completely gone. The dealership had told me it was bad, but I didn't listen. So yeah, I'll pick it up later once we get the battery and go from there because it's kind of dark right now. Alright guys, so now we're on the road. My car had to get jumped in order for it to turn on. I had a few issues actually earlier on in the day. I drove it in the morning and it drove perfectly fine. I had no issues. But as soon as I went to like the store and then tried to turn it on, I started having problems and I went into limp mode, which I'll explain exactly like what happened later. But yeah, it's crazy. I mean, the car is from 2019. If it has the original battery, this battery is most likely about, I would say, 7 years old. Somewhere around there, 6 to 7 years old. So you're supposed to replace a battery usually around that 5-year mark. So I mean, the battery lasted pretty well, 7 years at least if it's the original one. But we have to go ahead and buy a new battery. Once I get it, I'll go ahead and pick it back up. Alright guys, we are back in business. Car's working like it should now. Let me go and turn it off and turn it back on. There you go, no issues. And let me show you the battery. I actually found a good deal on a battery. I got it for 70 bucks. It's not an AGM. I believe you're supposed to get an AGM battery for these cars, and I looked it up. It says you're fine with getting a regular battery. So I got this one right here, Duracell. And you always take off the negative first, then you take off the positive. When you put the battery back on, you put the positive first, and then you put the negative. The negative is what's gonna give it the power. So if you don't put the negative on it, you're not gonna have no power at all. But it's always recommended to do it that way. And then just these two 10 mils right here, a 10 mil right there, another one right there, and everything will come right off. Very straightforward. Now he did say that this one has a little bit better ampage, which is that right there. I think the stock one was like 660. This is 785 and it's a group 35. This specific model or Q50 needs a group 35 battery and it should work. And I had no issues. It starts right up now with no issues. So yeah, there you go. Now let me explain to you guys what happened in the car. It's a little bit windy out. Now being very transparent with you, I initially thought that it was my intakes because I just recently did that mod about, I said it's been like 2 weeks now. So I was thinking that it was most likely my intakes that were causing my car not to turn on. But what happened was I was leaving work and I turned it on just fine. Like, I drove it within like a few minutes. I parked it outside to get some food, and then when I was going back into my car, so literally just turned it off to get the food, come back in, it didn't want to start. I tried to turn it on, and then it said that I couldn't recognize my key. So it tried to like start, but it didn't. So it didn't actually do like an initial like startup. You know how it does that sound and then it tries to start up? It actually didn't do anything at all. Then I tried it the second time, and then it like hesitated, and then it started, but then it was kind of hesitating. And then I was like, okay, it turned on, let me go ahead and drive it. I started driving it, and the car went into limp mode. So when I was trying to push it, it would not go at all. It was just like going very steadily, and then it was going like sporadically all over the place. Like, it was trying to go, but it wasn't allowing it to. So then I went back to work, turned the car off, and then I went into work, finished my shift. When I came out, I tried to turn it on. It did not want to turn on at all. It was trying to, everything was black, and that was it. Now, when it went into limp mode, I actually did not get any check engine lights, nothing crazy like that. The dash was completely blank. Nothing on the dash at all. It was just in limp mode, which I thought was interesting. So I thought if it was my intakes, I would have got some type of check engine light, but I didn't get anything at all. So that's what essentially happened with me. Just in case you guys have this issue, it's most likely going to be your battery. Now, I kind of knew that it was going to be my battery just because it didn't really try to start at the beginning, which meant that I didn't really have any power. I felt like if it would have been the intakes, it would have tried to start at least, bogged really bad, and then most likely turned off. So that's why I kind of figured that it's most likely my battery, and especially because I wasn't able to turn it on at night, then that's what I knew what it was. But a battery for this car is expensive. They're like $250 to $300. And if you want to get the Optima, which is the one I wanted to get, it's gonna cost around like $330 because of the taxes and everything. The only good thing about getting it from like AutoZone or O'Reilly's, for example, is that they offer a really good warranty for like 3 years. So if something happens between that time, you can just take it to them, show them your receipt, and they'll give you a brand new one, which is cool. I've had that happen a few times already where a battery went bad, and I had to get a new one. But I only spent $70 on this one, so luckily I was able to get a really good deal on this specific battery, so I'm really happy about that. So only $70 versus $330. I mean, I can't complain, to be honest with you. But there you guys go. That's a little bit of a update of what happened with my car. Everything is good now. I'm gonna go ahead and drive it a little bit more, but so far it's, you know, starting up with no issues. But yeah, that is going to conclude the video, guys. I thought I'd go ahead and do this video just in case you guys went into this issue, because I did see a few people that actually had posted this before, that they went into limp mode out of nowhere. And maybe this will help you out in figuring that out. Now, the reason I knew that it was also my battery is because when I took my car to get the turbos replaced at the dealership, they actually told me that my battery was bad and I need to go ahead and replace it immediately. But I was like, well, the car's starting with no issues. Like, why would I have to go ahead and replace it? But after they went ahead and tested it, I think it's been what, like maybe, I'm thinking like 2 months since they replaced the turbos, I think. And then now it finally like actually gave out on me. So if your dealer tells you that the battery is most likely going bad, you probably have like a little bit of time left before it actually goes bad. So that's how I kind of knew it was also the batteries, because the dealership actually told me, but I ignored them. And now I had to go ahead and, you know, get the car started by getting it jumped, and I was able to make it to my destination. And then of course replace the battery. But there you guys go. Really short video. Just wanted to show you exactly what happened in case you run into this issue. Hopefully it helps you guys out and you can fix this with no issue. As you can see, I took out the battery within like less than 10 minutes, put a new one back in within 10 minutes. Very straightforward process. Just make sure you do the negative first when removing the battery, and then when you're putting the battery back in, you do the negative last. And that's what's gonna give it power. But thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.